Today we are covering ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Vendor Risk Management CIS-VRM. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Question is, which statement best describes the role assignment of vendor contacts in vendor risk management? Option A. When vendor contacts are created, they are automatically assigned the SNC underscore internal role and the SNC underscore external role. Option B. When vendor contacts are created, they must be manually assigned the SNC underscore external role. Option C. When vendor contacts are created, they are automatically assigned the SNC underscore internal role. Option D. When vendor contacts are created, they are automatically assigned the SNC underscore external role. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, what can a vendor contact do in the vendor portal? Choose 4 options. Option A. Update answers to returned questionnaires. Option B. Communicate or share information with other vendors of the assessing organization. Option C. Create new issues and tasks for the vendor risk assessor team. Option D. Review and respond to issues created by the assessing organization. Option E. Manage vendor contacts and task assignments within the vendor organization. Option F. Respond to assessments sent by the assessing organization. Correct answer is option A, D, E, and option F. Next question is, which functions can be performed in the vendor portal? Choose 3 options. Option A. Assessment response. Option B. Contact management. Option C. Issue remediation. Option D. Schedule web meetings. Option E. Request via virtual agent. Correct answer is option A, B, and option E. Next question is, where do vendors manage issues, respond to requests, and fulfill tasks assigned to them? Option A. Spreadsheets. Option B. Vendor portal. Option C. ServiceNow platform. Option D. Email. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, which statements most accurately describe assignments to vendor contacts? Choose 2 options. Option A. Individual sections in the questionnaire or document request can be assigned. Option B. A questionnaire or document request cannot be assigned to multiple vendor contacts. Option C. A questionnaire can be read by vendor contacts that are not assigned. Option D. A questionnaire can only be completed by assigned vendor contacts. Correct answer is option C and option D. Next question is, what are the baseline mandatory fields when creating a new vendor contact? Choose 3 options. Option A. Name, first and last. Option B. Vendor. Option C. Department. Option D. Email. Option E. Role. Correct answer is option A, B, and option D. Next question is, which of these options can be used in data cleansing when importing vendor data? Choose 3 options. Option A. Data policies. Option B. Access control lists. Option C. Field normalization rules. Option D. Fix scripts. Option E. Data import or data source transform. Option F. UI policies. Correct answer is option C, D, and option E. Next question is, Which of the following are functions of the vendor risk assessor? Choose three options. Option A. Enable communications across vendors. Option B. Access completed assessments from vendors. Option C. Update vendor contract deadlines. Option D. Create issues for the vendor. Option E. Create a primary contact record for a vendor. Correct answer is option B, D and option E. Next question is, what third-party vendor security evaluation solutions are commonly integrated with VRM out of the box? Choose two options. Option A. My Score Metrics. Option B. Vendor Insights. Option C. BitSight. Option D. Security Scorecard. Correct answer is option C and option D. Today we are covering ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Vendor Risk Management CIS-VRM. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, from an assessment record, the vendor risk assessor can click on View Responses to see which of the following. Option A. Issue responses. Option B. Email responses. Option C. Task responses. Option D. Assessment responses. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, which statement best describes the SIG Lite? Option A. The SIG Lite is a company-specific questionnaire. Option B. The SIG Lite is a ServiceNow developed questionnaire. Option C. The SIG Lite assesses basic levels of due diligence and provides a broad but high-level understanding about internal security controls. Option D. The SIG Lite assesses service providers that store or manage highly sensitive or regulated information. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, which of the following statements are true about the template designer? Choose two options. Option A. Question weight can be set in the template designer. Option B. Correct answers can be set in the template designer. Option C. Questions can be mandatory in the template designer. Option D. Dependencies between questions cannot be set in the template designer. Option E. Questions cannot be mandatory in the template designer. Correct answer is option A and option C. Next question is, which could have an impact on the vendor's risk assessment rating? Choose three options. Option A. Answering one or more questions incorrectly. Option B. Leaving answers blank. Option C. Omitting documentation. Option D. Spelling errors. Option E. Reassigning a questionnaire to a contact. Correct answer is option A and option C and option E. Next question is, during the generating observations phase of the vendor risk assessment, what action might be taken by the risk assessor? Option A. Create issues from the assessment if necessary. Option B. Update the vendor risk score. Option C. Email the vendor. Option D. Answer questions the vendor forgot to answer. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, for each questionnaire template assessment metric type, how many vendor risk areas can be designated? Option A 1. Option B as many as desired. Option C none. Option D 2. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, how are vendor risk questionnaires and document requests displayed on the vendor portal? Option A as separate requests and can be assigned to different vendor contacts. Option B as separate requests and can only be assigned to the same vendor contact. Option C as a single assessment assigned to a single vendor contact. Option D as a single assessment assigned to a single engagement contact. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, in the Paris release and beyond, the scoped vendor portal SVDP will be installed by default but can be overridden in which system property record to use the legacy traditional vendor portal VDP. Option A SN underscore VDR underscore risk underscore ASMT dot vendor underscore portal. Option B SN underscore VDR underscore risk underscore ASMT dot scope dot vendor underscore portal underscore endpoint. Option C SN underscore VDR underscore risk underscore ASMT dot vendor underscore portal underscore endpoint. Option D SN underscore VDR underscore risk underscore ASMT dot scoped dot vendor underscore portal. Correct answer is option C. Today we are covering ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Vendor Risk Management CIS-VRM. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, what is the no-code option to cleaning data being loaded into the vendor risk application? Option A, fix scripts. Option B, field normalization. Option C, import. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, when will the tiering value appear on the vendor record? Option A, when the tiering assessment record state is closed. Option B, when the tiering assessment record state is tiering assessment. Option C, when all tiering assessments have been completed. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, what can be used to automatically assign a vendor tier value? Option A risk assessment. Option B, a configuration setting. Option C, a tiering assessment. Option D, a vendor tiering rule. Option E, a visual task board. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, if clean data is not provided by the customer, what baseline solutions are available within the platform? Choose three options. Option A, Integration Hub ETL plugin. Option B, Field Normalization plugin. Option C, Service Graph connector. Option D, System Definition Fix Scripts module. Option E, System Import Transform Mapped Scripts. Correct answer is option B, D and option E. Next question is, on the contact record, there is a field of the vendor name. This is which field with a label change from the sys underscore user table? Option A, SN underscore vendor. Option B, company underscore name. Option C, company. Option D, vendor underscore name. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, the template designer is leveraged to create which of the following? Choose two options. Option A. Document request template. Option B. Assessment template. Option C. Vendor risk assessment. Option D. Questionnaire template. Correct answer is option A and option D. Next question is, all assessment metrics within a metric category are scored, are rolled up and get a score of option A 0 to 5, option B 0 to 100, option C 0 to 20, option D 0 to 10. Correct answer is option B. Next question is, the template designer contains which of the following elements? Choose two options. Option A. Option to create an assessment template and assign to a vendor. Option B. Properties for the supported question data types. Option C. Options to weight questions or sections. Option D. Design canvas for creating the questions and answers. Correct answer is option B and option D. Next question is, where can the score of each assessment metric or metric category be configured? Option A. Assessment metric category record. Option B. Assessment template record. Option C. Assessment record. Option D. Assessment metric type record. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, in order to evaluate a vendor on a recurring basis, configure a record in this table. Option A. Repeating surveys. Option B. Assessment metric. Option C. Repeating assessments. Option D. Assessment metric type. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, a document request template is a record in which table? Option A. Document request item sn underscore document underscore template. Option B. Vendor risk assessment sn underscore vdr underscore risk underscore asmt underscore assessment. Option C. Assessment metric category asmt underscore metric underscore category. Option D. Assessment metric type ASMT underscore metric type. Correct answer is option D. Today we are covering ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Vendor Risk Management CIS-VRM. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Question is, which of the following is an objective of vendor risk management? Choose two options. Option A. To help vendors improve their security posture and preparedness. Option B. To assess and manage the risk from interactions with vendors and third parties. Option C. To help negotiate the best possible price for a product or service from the vendor. Option D. To verify that vendors have adequate measures and processes in place to ensure profitability of vendor. Correct answer is option A and option B. Next question is, the vendor records are stored in which table? Option A. Company core underscore company. Option B. Department CMN underscore department. Option C. Task within bracket task. Option D. User within bracket sys underscore user. Correct answer is option A. Next question is, internal roles includes. Choose three options. Option A. Vendor contact. sn underscore vdr underscore risk dot vendor underscore contact. Option B. Vendor Risk Manager SN underscore VDR underscore risk underscore ASMT dot vendor underscore risk underscore manager. Option C. Primary Vendor Contact SN underscore VDR underscore risk underscore ASMT dot prim underscore vendor underscore contact. Option D. Vendor Risk Assessor SN underscore VDR underscore risk underscore ASMT dot vendor underscore assessor. Option E. Vendor Risk Reviewer SN underscore VDR underscore risk underscore ASMT dot vendor underscore assessment underscore reviewer. Correct answer is option B, D, and option E. Next question is roles preceded by SN underscore VDR underscore risk are for which scope? Option A. GRC vendor risk remediation. Option B. GRC vendor risk core. Option C. GRC risk management. Option D. GRC vendor risk management. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, before any changes to the configuration of an application are made, it is recommended that the correct update set and application scope are selected. What role is required for this functionality? Option A. The vendor administrator role is required for this functionality. Option B. The data administrator role is required for this functionality. Option C. The user administrator role is required for this functionality. Option D. The system administrator role is required for this functionality. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, what is the definition of risk management? Option A. Policies, standards, procedures established to ensure an organization is aligned with corporate strategy and expectations are clearly defined. Option B. The process of conforming to standards policies and remediation of audit findings. Option C. The elimination of vulnerable surface area in an enterprise environment. Option D. Process to identify, assess, and respond to risks, threats, and vulnerabilities that could compromise the business. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, which of the following is the main benefit of using the vendor portal? Option A. Assessments are performed via the vendor portal and spreadsheets. Option B. More efficiently communicating assessments with a single contact. Option C. Assessments are shared through the vendor portal and email. Option D. More efficiently completing assessments via the vendor portal. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, baseline email notifications that help to automate the vendor risk management process are installed with which plugin? Option A. GRC Vendor Risk Management. Option B. GRC Audit Management. Option C. GRC Risk Management. Option D. GRC Policy and Compliance Management. Correct answer is option D. Today we are covering ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist Vendor Risk Management CIS-VRM. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Question is, which of these must be true in order for a vendor risk issue to be visible in the vendor portal? Option A. There must be at least one secondary contact for the vendor. Option B. The primary vendor contact must have the SN_VDR_issue role. Option C. Issues are always visible in the vendor portal. Option D. The visible in vendor portal field must have a value of true. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, when defining catalog categories and subcategories, what are some good practices to follow? Choose two options. Option A. Align categories with CMDB classes where possible. Option B. Keep the number of top-level categories to 8 to 10. Option C. Remember that items can only be assigned to one category. Option D. Do not go too deep with subcategories. Go only 1 to 2 levels deep. Correct answer is option B and option D. Next question is, what can be used to automatically assign a vendor tier value? Option A. A risk assessment. Option B. A configuration setting. Option C. A tiering assessment. Option D. A vendor tiering rule. Option E. A visual task board. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, what is the advantage of using both VRM and GRC/IRM? Option A. Vendor risk managements automatically match with audit engagements. Option B. All compliance controls are automatically visible to the vendor risk manage. Option C. Primary vendor contacts can then see their overall non-compliant risk score. Option D. Non-compliant controls automatically adjust the risk score for a vendor entity. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, on which of the following tables can you create vendor risk reports? Choose three options. Option A. Company core_company. Option B. Vendor risk assessment SN_VDR_risk_ASMT_assessment. Option C. Vendor risk issue SN_VDR_risk_ASMT_issue. Option D. Vendor contact VM_vendor_contact. Option E. Vendor activity VM_vendor_activity. Correct answer is option B, C and option E. Next question is, in the base ServiceNow configuration, when are HR cases created after a bulk HR case request is submitted? Option A. Twice per day using a scheduled job. Option B. Every 6 hours using a scheduled job. Option C. Once a day using a scheduled job. Option D. Immediately. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, what are individual questions within a questionnaire or document request referred to as? Option A. Metrics. Option B. Ratings. Option C. Templates. Option D. Tiers. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, in addition to the design canvas, which element does the template designer contain? Choose three options. Option A. Header bar, which contains tabs that display different view and a menu of various functions. Option B. Controls for the supported question data types. Option C. FAQ page and tour option. Option D. Question and categories tabs that contain question categories that were added to the question bank. Option E. Risk criteria to identity, conditions, and risk areas. Correct answer is option A, B, and option D. Next question is, in order to evaluate a vendor on a recurring basis, configure a record in this table. Option A, repeating surveys. Option B, assessment metric. Option C, repetition assessments. Option D, assessment metric type. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, from an assessment record, the vendor risk assessor can click on View Responses to see which of the following. Option A, issue responses. Option B, email responses. Option C, task responses. Option D, assessment responses. Correct answer is option D. Next question is, in the baseline, what component sends reminder notifications about assessments? Option A, reminder notifications are triggered on demand. Option B, events fired by a business rule. Option C, a scheduled job. Option D, a workflow. Correct answer is option C. Next question is, to what type of assessment record can a vendor contact respond? Option A, vendor tiering assessment. Option B, vendor risk assessment. Option C, customer assessment. Option D, external monitoring assessment. Correct answer is option B.